This is Paddock 43, the podcast, your weekly rundown giving you all things F1 from both on and off the track.
From races, trades, rumours, the lifestyle, and all the things that come with the F1 world.
We are Amy, Elle, and Pat. Let's get into it.
Hello, everyone. We are back. Welcome.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm just staring at you. I'm sorry.
Or is it just me? It's me.
No, I think we've been sitting here for a while chatting before we even hit record that I forgot what
Drifted
we
into
were doing.
space.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, we are back.
Hello.
Hello.
We're back with
Hi.
the cheese platter.
We're back with the cheese platter and a nice cute
Why do we
picky-
have a cheese platter in front of us?
Because you guys are the best.
We already know that.
We're
You
the
guys-
bestest
you guys-
ever.
And
So
Seb the
Pat is
best.
off to Europe. She is off to go get married very, very soon. She's
Married lady.
taken off the market, so we thought we'd have a little celebration for her before
Mhm.
she departs. She will still be on the podcast.
I
She'll
will
just be live streaming from
The other side of the world, Northern Hemisphere,
Wherever you may be.
wherever I may be, but I'll be here.
Barcelona, Greece, where else?
In Barcelona, I'll
In
be
Italy.
in Athens, Paros. I will be in Lucca, and we decided that we're going to go to Sardinia for our honeymoon. So that will be nice.
And Elle and I will be here
But
in
at
the
least
studio
it's
in Melbourne.
but it's so good.
Nice and cold.
It's
Yeah.
spring soon.
Yeah.
10
Sure,
days.
yeah.
Your jumper reminds me of spring.
Enchante.
It
So
took
for
5
anyone
weeks.
yet keeping up, 5 weeks later, my Enchante has arrived today, and after $350 and a 5-week wait time, I am wearing this every damn day.
Wait, how much is the hat?
The hat was, I think, 50 USD.
Oh my God.
So
How much did that
Daniel
make to manufacture?
yeah, Daniel Ricciardo has absolutely robbed me, and I will forever be wearing this now. This is my podcast uniform.
It's okay because I'm going to I want to have a look. What is
Yeah.
available
Oh.
right now?
Here she goes. Off she goes
If
shopping
I-
right now.
if I-
I like that we actually
Enchante.
have a F1 podcast to
Yes.
record. And for anyone looking to buy any Enchante stuff in Australia, just be mindful of the shipping lead time because that was not disclosed.
I really want one.
The green one,
Mm.
$277.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a medium large, extra large, and double extra large available.
She's not cheap, but Mr. Danny, he is doing it well.
Yeah.
100%
I
cotton.
just like the stitching looks so intricate as well.
So this is what I'm wearing forever from now on.
We're here.
Enchante.
But-
Enchante.
Obviously, you had a good weekend because you received your merch. But how was everyone's weekends?
Lovely.
Lovely. What
I
did
always
you-
just say lovely.
Lovely.
It's just lovely.
It was lovely.
No, I didn't actually do too much. We had friends over for dinner. We made,
Nice.
actually, what did we actually make? I made margaritas.
The
specialty.
standard.
My specialty margaritas.
Mm.
They're very strong. Very strong.
Very
It's
good.
just tequila and ice.
Squeeze of lime.
Basically. And then, didn't do anything Saturday. Went out to dinner, watched the footy Saturday night.
Beautiful.
And I did not get off the couch Sunday.
That's
So
nice.
that was nice.
I love that.
I enjoyed
I didn't do too much. I did a lot of chores. I had Tom out there washing the concrete at one point, literally because there was some mold growing on it. So,
Oh, that's always
you know,
fun.
when you live in a very Greek-heavy community, they typically wash the concrete. So that was funny.
I know, I was
watching
about to
him.
say, like, Tom's
Yeah.
white. I can't, like,
Yeah.
what?
So he was out there scrubbing the concrete for me. So that was great. And so
Good job, Tom.
Yeah.
Well
Well
Shout
done,
out.
Tom. Shout out to Tom for cleaning the
Shout out to Tom.
concrete. But I was just getting excited because I was like, hey, guys, this is our last weekend of doing nothing.
I know.
And then I'm
seriously.
prepping myself for the weekend coming.
I was
because
like,
I'm like,
why are we doing nothing?
because the
F1
F1 is back.
on! Woo! F1's back!
Oh, I'm so
She's
excited.
back, baby.
That's all I care about at the moment.
Literally.
Silly
just-
season, drag, drop, disgusting, boring.
So over this silly season that's non-existent.
It's just absolutely killing me. I spent the whole weekend, probably the same as you guys, like looking up to see,
What
is
was
there
happening?
a bombshell
It was-
happening?
There was something
Is there
happening.
anything?
It was just dribbles of
No.
news and then like clickbait news.
And then
Yeah.
also, like all the drivers, they're off their holidays, their yacht holidays now, and they're back in like the gym. So
Yeah.
they're not posting anything.
They're not doing
'Cause
anything exciting.
They're getting back in the mindset of, hey, we're about to be.
It was
the
just the
Netherlands.
summer of love.
How was your weekend, Pat, by the way?
Oh, yes, true.
No, my weekend, because I go away on Friday, I have so much to do. Scald the wine. Careful with the wine in that jumper as well.
Just the way your mouth went. Gulp. Sorry to interrupt you.
I'm sorry.
No, all good.
How's your weekend, Pat?
How's my weekend? No, just feel like I got absolutely nothing done, but I didn't stop. Just getting stuff organised for the wedding. And before I go, went and did a big Chemist Warehouse shop.
Oh, they're the best.
So good. It was funny because I feel like men just don't understand these things. Like in my girls group chat, all the girls that are going away, they're like, I need to go to Chemist Warehouse. This isn't sponsored by Chemist Warehouse, by the way. I need to go and do a big Chemist Warehouse shop and buy a bunch of stuff that I probably don't need. And I was like, I feel so seen right now. And all of us were like, yes, yes. And then I said to Peter, I have to go down every aisle. And he was like, why? It's like, you just don't get it.
Men
Don't
don't
get it.
understand
They don't get it. They don't get
But
it.
it's even just like getting your nails done, getting your hair done.
They don't get it.
Stocking up.
Yeah. So today's Monday. I leave Friday. I have so much to do and to get done. But anyway, I hadn't had a chance to speak to Emirates. Emirates, if you're listening, I want to know if I can watch practice and quali on the plane. This silly season, I feel like we jinxed ourselves because I was like, oh, I'm going to eat my words because we're going to have so much to talk about. We're going to be exhausted. And now
We were so geared up for such a big thing. And then I
And then-
was trolling like everything, looking for something interesting. And the most interesting thing I could find was, obviously there's been a lot of sightings on dating apps and stuff like that. And if Lewis is with Shakira and whatnot.
speaking of Shakira.
But then everyone was like, no, Shakira is dating someone else.
Is she?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know.
Oh.
Tom told me about it, but
Oh,
He's-
Tom told you
Yeah,
about
I
it.
know.
Jeez. He's
Tom-
on the gossip
Tom, can you
pages.
remind me who that is, please?
Good job, Tom.
But apparently Shakira and Lewis have been in the music studio together.
I actually think
Like a music together.
as much as I want them to be
Ha-
together, I think they're just good friends.
Lewis is musical?
Yeah.
Why
Lewis
did I
is
not know
talented.
this?
Lewis is following me around everywhere at the moment. He's on so many billboards in Melbourne at the moment.
He is. Even like walking into Chadston the other day, the
Yeah.
IWC,
Yeah, he's
Mm.
everywhere.
right there.
Maybe we'll see him at the Melbourne races. Have
He-
IWC have a
Oh,
marquee.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm
Special
pretty sure he'll be getting
guest.
ready for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at that exact
No.
same time. But we
It's
can
fine.
we can dream that he will
I
be
will.
there.
I will dream that.
Clickbait's been getting me. I saw a article headline that says, "We have a contract. Hopes of
Sergio
Daniel
Perez.
Ricciardo Red Bull return." And I was like, click, 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 as you do.
Clickbait.
Absolute clickbait. It was just Christian Horner talking about Checo's
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah.
They're good. They know
But
how to
that's
get
these
you.
journalists are just making up stuff at the
They
moment.
know how to get
Because
you
they're
in.
bored.
They're
They're like, what
bored.
do we actually talk about? We
Yeah.
have nothing to write about, so let's make something out of nothing. It's making me angry. I just don't understand how there hasn't been anything.
I know.
Like nothing.
It'll happen. It'll happen
Nothing.
as soon as we're done
I
recording
mean,
this
like, we-
podcast.
Yeah.
We'll wake up tomorrow morning and we'll be like,
I
damn,
know.
we should have recorded 24 hours later.
Honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
Honestly.
maybe we should just like refresh the news pages while we're sitting here.
Is anything happening? Amy's clicking away right now, but no, nothing's happening.
No, not yet. But I mean, we did see a Red Bull on the top of a.
In Las Vegas. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, all the Las
Mm.
Vegas marketing's been coming out.
Gosh,
been
I'm so
fun.
intrigued
Yeah.
to know how much their marketing budget would come to.
Yeah.
Because they've done some crazy
Millions
stuff.
And millions and millions of dollars.
Also, like Sergio
Billions, I
Perez just
think.
like ripping through the casino
I did say that.
and no one watching.
People were like, "Pfft, we don't care.
because it's like probably in the
What do
middle
you
of the
mean?
day, broad daylight. The people that are in the casino are probably just like blinkers on, like, nope, not looking at
Yeah.
anything else. And the
Gambling
car
all their
on
money away.
Was that actually Checo? Like, I wasn't Checo.
Yeah,
the car.
apparently it was Checo. I
Oh.
read that it was Checo.
Knew it was his car, an old car of his, but I didn't think it was him. I
thought
didn't
it
think
was
they
Checo.
typically like did those sort of stunts, unless it was
Unless someone wrote it to make it sound like it was Checo.
clickbait.
Yeah,
Clickbait again.
clickbait.
Did clickbait. Oh, click,
Mm,
click,
mm,
click,
mm,
click,
mm.
click, click, got us.
Click, click, click.
Well,
Clickety, click, click, click.
the other bit of news,
The only bit of news.
the only bit of news. And I'm going to butcher this name, so I'm going to hand it over to our pronunciator over here.
I think it's just Felipe Massa.
Oh,
Felipe
Wait,
Massa.
I would have said Felipe Massa.
Because
no,
if
that is
there's
kinda what you said.
we're trying too
Felipe
hard. We're like
Massa.
Felipe Massa.
Felipe
I'm
Massa.
trying way
I think
too
'cause
hard.
there's no accent on the E. I think it's just Felipe Massa.
So he'd be one of, a champion for for our ex-Ferrari driver.
He is an ex-Ferrari driver. It's a bit, I honestly feel like they're clutching at straws right now. But basically, he has come out and said that he actually should have won the 2008, what Grand Prix?
Championship.
Oh,
But
There's a championship.
It was the championship.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis Hamilton won it that year. But basically, there was a race, Singapore,
Yeah.
where
Renault. So it was Nelson Piquet Jr.
Yeah, because Massa was leading the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix.
yes,
And then Nelson crashes Renault into the wall
And then
at lap 14, 15, something around there.
Mm.
And it triggered a safety car
yes,
and it benefited Piquet,
Piquet.
Spanish teammate Fernando Alonso,
Mhm.
yeah.
who then won the race. And then Massa failed to score after a bungled pit stop. But this is the point. It's so long ago. Why are you clutching at straws now?
Also, I just think like the
Like
footage
why-
back then as well.
Like,
But
Yeah.
the issue is that they're saying that crash was done on purpose.
It was fixed.
It was fixed, which is pretty crazy because I feel like it's such a risk.
so has that
Crash.
been confirmed now? I thought
Yeah,
that was
so
just still
there's-
the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no,
that
That's been confirmed.
There's
Oh.
quotes. Former F1 CEO Bernie Eccleston revealed that both he and FIA president Max Mosley had known the race had been fixed. During the 2008 season, quote unquote, we decided to not do anything at first. Eccleston said we wanted to protect the sport and save it from a huge scandal.
Crazy.
until they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
the
I
thing,
didn't
like,
realize
yeah.
that had been
What-
confirmed.
Like, what's
Yeah.
the point at coming out in 2023 at a race in 2008?
If I was, I mean, it's so
Yeah,
hard because I'm going to be like, if I was him, but can't put myself in his shoes.
I feel like you'd be the best person to answer this.
Yeah. How would you feel
Amy.
if in like an athletic career
Like-
this happened?
Could you maybe look back at a race? I mean, would you call it a race?
High jump.
Would you call it high jump a race?
No.
Okay. No.
No,
An
just
event.
Like
A jump?
I'd say a season.
A season.
So there was a season where I should have made Com Games.
Yep.
But just sports politics, like they decided to go first, second, third.
Is that not what normally would happen?
No.
Mm.
So normally they like kind of put like head to heads. They go from like I don't know, positioning in different comps, like what heights you've jumped, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just went first, second, and third. And then it actually turned out that the girl that took my spot was like, yeah, I took your spot. But then you also have a right to protest.
Oh.
So you do have a right to protest, but it's only in a specific time frame.
Wow.
I know it's
That's what I
similar
think
but different.
I think with this that like you would have time frame
Yeah.
to protest
you have a
something.
time frame, whereas
Yeah.
I couldn't go now. So this was in 2000.
We're like, well, actually, give me that medal.
This was 2014. 2014. If I
9
went back
years ago.
and was like, actually, I mean, it's not going to do anything.
Oh my God, can you actually? That'd be hilarious.
But even for like,
hello,
like-
Athletics Australia,
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick.
yeah, even just like, you work so hard, but let it go.
Surely you've moved
know,
on. Like
2008.
life, there's more to life.
Yeah, I was in high school in 2008. Like,
How are they going to like? I was thinking about it as well. If he got that championship back, like it all came to fruition of exactly what he wants and his legal team's fighting for. It's not like they redo the podium.
exactly. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine?
Let's
how
just get into a time machine and bring it
awkward
back.
they'd just be like, okay, let's go to Singapore and everyone
Redo
stand up on the
this.
podium. You're retired and we're going to spray champagne at you. Oh, Lewis, so sorry. You are not first anymore. Please move down.
It's like,
It's just a bit awkward.
it's weird as well because he's doing it during a season when Lewis isn't really going that well.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
wouldn't you have kind of done
A
it at a
few
season
years
where you
ago,
were like,
yeah.
God damn, he's going so well. Let me like,
yeah.
So then
Yeah.
I don't know.
surely it can't be financial driven that he's doing it now.
Maybe.
Unless-
I mean, it's
but
brought up
unless
the conversation.
other news that has come out that we don't know about that maybe more is fixed. Hey, I actually asked
Maybe
a few
he's
weeks ago,
bored.
I said, would they ever fix an F1 race? And everyone said no.
There we
Did
go.
I'm feeling a little bit chuffed about that one.
But I wonder, oh gosh, it's so, I feel like it is a big conversation because I was thinking about it on the drive here. Like, for starters, thank God nothing happened. And especially back then, there were no halos. Like, crashing, wanting to crash, like crashing on purpose, I have heard in general is a very hard thing. I had like a family friend once where this man jumped in her car with a knife. Anyway, and she was saying, I know, she was fine.
That's a story for
my
another day.
Yeah, but
Lord.
she was saying, I was trying to crash my car, and when you actually physically have to make that decision, it's very hard. And so the thing as well that they were saying, going back, a lot of people have re-watched this footage, and apparently he kind of like steers left and goes to crash, but then almost doesn't do a good enough job, and then sort of spins and then crashes again. As in, because obviously you're like, I want to crash, but I don't want to die. And then the other thing as well is like,
It's like stunt drivers.
yeah, but
what
then
they would
also
do.
like the damages to the car. Like, is
Yeah.
that really worth it?
What was the
You know?
crash like? Did it look like significant physical damages to the car? I haven't actually seen
But also,
that
you
footage
can't
before.
actually just be like, let me just crash like this to just, you know, bump the front wing and sort
But
of
also,
thing.
could you imagine being the second driver?
If you're going to crash, you're going to crash.
So Elle, today you're going to crash.
Tom, I promise I'm not going to crash
Put your-
that car. I'm not going to crash the car. It's fine, Tom. We're talking about F1 drivers.
But seriously, it's like, okay, you're the second driver, so you're going to put your life at risk today. Like, do you think you got a bonus for that or something? Like,
Here's
you
an
know?
early payout just
Yeah.
in case.
like, okay then.
Sorry about that. We actually just got very distracted because we had a knock on the door and Shakira entered the room.
So everyone, this is Shakira.
And it's not the Shakira that you think of. It
Maybe it is,
is.
though.
Oh, maybe it is.
She's got a booty that can shake.
Match made in heaven.
Roscoe and Shakira.
Oh. So for anyone listening that hasn't seen the visual of this, Shakira is a gorgeous little rescue pug and she is joining us here today at the table of Paddock 43.
Shakira.
Can you tell us what you think about Felipe's?
What do you think?
What do you think? The breathing.
Circling
Back
back to
to-
Philip Massa, because I actually, like what we were saying, obviously it's a very boring, silly season, and maybe him and his team have decided, I don't know, his PR team, whatever, who he's working with nowadays, they're like, we're so bored, let's just
Let's
Ramp
just
it
spice
up.
it up.
let's dig up some of the old crap that has happened in the past. But you can have a look at the crash. I mean, it kind of does look like he's kind of gone in on the right and then not done a good enough job and then continued to
And
crash.
swerved out. Watching
swerved
it
out.
So
now
it
in front
does
of me.
look
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
It looks like he's gone to do almost like a donut.
Like a donut, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
On
the car is
purpose.
pretty smashed up afterwards.
Well,
And
that's
just
the thing. It's a bad crash.
it is a bad
like
crash.
for that
But
payout.
also, at what price would you put your life on the line?
Well, that's what we were saying the other week, right? That these guys get paid so much because is it almost like a
Given
early
Life
life
insurance.
insurance policy that you're getting up front?
yeah.
At least they're spending their life insurance
I'd
and doing what they love.
They are doing that well. Go them.
love to know.
What the compensation will actually be besides a title change on a plaque.
That one too.
And maybe one extra trophy.
I feel like if it was me putting myself back in that position, I would be happy with finding out the truth that it was fixed.
Yeah.
And then just the
I
world
understand
knowing.
that.
I'd be like, you know what?
I think so
Keep your
too.
trophy to yourself because I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
But at least the world knows.
You just want to know the truth.
I always think about the Australian Grand Prix this year, and I don't know if you remember. I mean, we were all there. It was a lot going on. I had to rewatch the race during the week because I think when you're there and you're amongst it, and there's so much going on, it was sort of hard to keep track. But Carlos got that extra grid. He got a 5-second penalty, and he was devastated. Like, he was basically crying in the post-race interviews. And I think there's some races that really stick with drivers, and there's probably situations that regardless of however many races they've had in their career, there's like moments that stick with them. And I wonder if maybe, I mean, who knows why this has resurfaced, but maybe this is something that has really stuck with him. Don't want that.
It
Yeah,
reminds me
yeah.
of
Like, we don't want
races being
Yeah.
fixed. Motorsport could be at the LA Olympics,
Woohoo.
which is fun. It'll be the first time the Olympics is held on American soil in over 25 years,
Yeah. I think LA
which is
was
crazy.
94 the last Olympics or 90.
I can't even remember anymore.
Well, that was up. Yeah.
I just find it really interesting because you see how like where the Olympics started, how it started at Olympia in Greece.
Yeah. If
And
Peter were
then-
here, he'd be like, it started in Greece.
Like, well, actually.
Yeah.
But then what I found really fascinating is how once the Olympics started going to like different cities would focus on like athletics and other ones would focus on like poetry and music,
Yeah.
which I thought was kind of cool.
well, now they have to start focusing on motorsport.
Yeah, and now there's motorsport, which is fun.
Well, a lot of the debate has been that, only human power can compete.
Yeah, but then
the
there's
Olympics.
horse riding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, there's machinery behind these guys, but these guys are athletes.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
The G-force that they're putting their bodies through, their neck training. They do a lot of other training as well, but I just always think it's funny to
neck training.
train your neck.
I know. Imagine we'd go,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they are athletes in their own right.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And I think it'd be very, very interesting. Imagine a Aussie team. You'd have
Yeah, true.
Oscar Piastri there. 2028. So what are we? That's still,
Still
5 years away.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Still a while away.
possibly Oscar Piastri. I reckon Danny would be retired by that point.
Surely he'd be like, I am coming back.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
And the whole nation
would
would be
come
like,
back.
you better come
He
back.
probably
Yeah.
would.
You
but then
would.
also Australia would be like, you're going to embarrass us. Like, maybe they just get him on the
Nah.
media team. Maybe he'd be like
Yeah.
coach or something. Coach?
Coach.
The Australian team principal. Jack Doohan maybe.
But they've said
Yeah.
it's Formula One. It's not like a different kind of motorsport.
No, so I
Yeah.
don't think they've actually
They haven't
disclosed. like,
specified.
Yeah.
But the rumor
They
has
haven't
been
done
that it's
that.
F1.
oh, I've heard that it's more going to be
like GP3 or something.
No, they want it to be electric
that's
because the
even
Olympics
different.
have like stated that they want to become sustainable.
Oh, that makes
Oh.
sense.
So it could
I mean,
be
that makes a lot more sense.
more Formula
Yeah.
E.
Also, because I was thinking, like, how would it clash then with actual races in summer? I mean, I guess F1
Yeah.
still has the summer break,
Mm.
but then building a course in LA specifically for
It's a
something like
bit-
this. I mean,
it's-
they do have
yeah.
motorsport courses there, but
Mm.
Because
Interesting.
that's like one of the other questions I have is the infrastructure around it. Like
Yeah.
it's already so
Mm.
expensive for a city to put on the Olympics. And then it's
Yeah.
like if you don't already have the tracks there, it's like, well, what?
They must
That's
have
going to
some-
cost
yeah.
so much money to build and then also have to have it up to the FIA standards.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like chucking in a track and being like,
Yeah.
okay, you're done.
for
Like
yourself.
that's going to cost a lot of money.
it's
And
also
then,
going to
and then you look
imagine
at
the
places
Australian
like
team though as well. Like, well, not just Australia, any team having to build the car.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Oh.
Ooh,
Where's
that
where's
would
that money
actually
come
from?
That would be interesting.
Where's that money come from? I mean,
taxpayers. Because that's why this is actually, it's so sad. That's why a lot of people don't like the Olympics because it's taxpayers' money that gets the athletes over there.
yeah, but it's also like
Mm-hmm.
they can barely get enough money for
Commonwealth
the
Games.
swimmers
Yeah.
or the rowers or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's a whole
Literally.
different conversation.
really
She's really angry.
made me so angry.
But-
yeah.
Like that's a lot of money just to get those teams over rowing or swimming,
Mhm.
soccer, all of that.
Mm.
Mm. And there's-
Motorsports is a whole new league
I almost
Yeah.
think like
of money.
It's like-
Australia, like even though we have incredible drivers, not just in F1 but across like all motorsports, I almost think it would be too expensive for a
Mm.
country for
Mhm.
like Australia to compete because it's just like a
We're so
logistical
little.
nightmare. Yeah,
And imagine trying to get the cars over there.
yeah.
It
I
would be a
personally,
massive marketing error
yeah,
if they didn't do it though.
yeah, for sure. I think that it's like a great idea and in theory like it would be amazing, but I think when I think of the Olympics, which obviously we all adore the Olympics, it's like the best thing, but I mean I'm just thinking about specifically like sports like basketball and soccer. Most of the players, they all play for professional leagues, and it's a real pain for clubs to have to let their players go and play. It's the same for like the World Cup. Like it's obviously it's an incredible experience for players.
Well, we saw that with Ben Simmons in the NBA.
Yeah. It's like amazing to play for your country, but then
they get taken away from
from their actual financial obligations, and for teams that are paying them millions of dollars across any sports. So I think then coming back to motorsports, I don't know. I think it's like people are at risk of getting injured. There's certain things that I don't know.
Maybe it'll just be like karting.
Karting, yeah.
That's still motorsport and it won't be as expensive.
Wait.
I'll do it.
Wait.
I'm
if
ready.
it's just
Hey.
if it's just go-karting and it's 5 years away, we still have a chance.
We do.
Yep.
We
have
do.
a chance. Oh my gosh.
Wait, okay, no. I think I'm too tall. All right, we're going to go off and think about
Anyway,
another team. But
we
we should get
will
into the
find
Dutch Grand
out.
Prix. What's happening this weekend?
Dutch Grand Prix, Zandop, we are back.
It's going to be a double anthem Dutch Grand Prix.
Mm.
The collective size.
Yeah.
Max with a sprinkle
Zandvoort.
of other
Well,
drivers.
they're doing a lot of special things for Max. I think they've got like a special walk for him, a bit of a parade for him.
I won't be surprised if he laps everyone on the
Probably.
road.
He's going to go all out this weekend. Can see it. He's just
Imagine
going
if
to be
he
on
gets a
fire.
little bit too cocky and then
I was
and
just
crashes his
thinking
car and
that.
someone takes over. I mean, that would be funny. Then it wouldn't be a double Dutch.
It'd be hilarious.
I just love saying double Dutch. It reminds
Double
me of my
Dutch.
childhood,
Double
like doing a
Dutch.
double
It
Dutch.
It reminds me of the
skipping rope.
Missy Elliott song.
I do not remember that song. Dutch.
pass that Dutch. Pass that Dutch. Yeah.
It's not. It's
Pass
not.
that Dutch.
It's not
pass
double
that
Dutch,
not
but
double
yeah.
Dutch. But it reminds me of that.
Yeah, double Dutch. Will we see it? Probably.
You probably will. Well, Max won last year,
Mm-hmm.
so it was a double Dutch.
It was Verstappen, followed by Russell, followed by Charles, followed by Hamilton.
I can't wait for it just to be this weekend. It's a sprint-free weekend.
Which
We have
love.
3 more sprints for the rest of the season as well.
And where are those sprints?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I'll tell you. So we have Losail, which is Qatar, Austin, and Interlagos in
Is it
Brazil.
in Austin? Oh.
Yeah. I don't remember last year being a sprint in Austin.
Neither do I. Was it?
Honestly, the most thing that I remember at Austin last year was just all the drivers getting dressed up. Like that
Just Daniel Ricciardo
that
living his
just
best
took
life.
up
I
so much
don't
media
remember
over
anything.
everything. Yeah. I don't know, but I also think when Austin is on, it's usually when it's a big time here in Melbourne for lots of events. You got like the VRC Spring Racing Carnival starting up.
There's a lot
Spring's
going
back.
on.
There's a lot going on. Grand final, like you've just come out of that.
Yeah.
Like it all gets
It's a lot of
messy.
sport.
In saying that, though, I think that if the three of us were there and did some live content in our cute little cowboy boots,
Oh my
wouldn't
God,
say
we
no.
would
I
look
think-
so hot.
yeah, I think
Not
I
up
wouldn't say no.
ourselves at all.
I wouldn't say no.
No, guys, I have to wear my Enchante stuff though, so we have to make it because I'm never taking this off because it costs me so much. I'm living in my Enchante gear.
You
for
could
the rest
definitely
of my life.
cowboy that up somehow.
Yeah, put some little brown
Cut off the
cowboy
sleeves,
boots on.
maybe.
Yeah, make it into a vest.
Put some studs on the. But Dutch Grand Prix last year, Carlos, the little emotional man.
He's
I mean,
he's bigger compared to the other ones.
He had a very shocking pit stop thanks to his
Oh
pit
my gosh,
crew.
I was going to say, in all
Yes.
fairness, it wasn't him. So I
Yeah.
feel like he deserved to
I'd
absolutely
cry.
crack the shits and cry at that.
I'd
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah.
I'd throw a tantrum. I'd throw myself on the floor and throw.
Kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know what happened last year, Amy, can you run us through
Oh,
what
gosh.
happened?
I'm not sure what lap it was. Did you see what lap?
No, I can't remember what lap it was either.
But yes, Carlos came into pit, and the pit crew didn't have his back left tire ready. So it was a nice 12-second pit
one
stop.
tyre.
One tire. I'm not sure how you can not have it ready.
I think it was because they didn't know that it was a last minute decision for him to come in, but for the whole
But for everyone else,
the
like
whole
the rest of
garage
them
should
got
not
their
be
shit
ready.
together.
Like
And
I don't
then
know, what was he
the
doing?
tire
Was he on
gun
the
was
toilet
also
or something? Yeah, the tire gun was
tire
with
gun.
Checo's
They were
car.
having an
Left on
espresso,
the-
guys. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they literally
Well,
were.
it's like that. I've seen it on TikTok where it's like Red Bull prepping for their pit stops.
Yeah.
And then there's this Ferrari doing like star jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, bless you,
well,
Ferrari.
So
Just
what are you guys thinking about the Dutch Grand Prix this weekend? Like,
Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking how good it would feel if I can sit on the plane, have some red wine, have some food, and just watch the race.
That would be
Or
nice.
practice, because I think I'll be in Barcelona by the time the race is on, and I'll be able to watch it at a normal time.
We try and think about past, races. Like we all kind of always talk about it every race weekend. But the Dutch Grand Prix had a hiatus for 36 years.
That's right. I
Crazy.
always forget about that.
Yeah, so it was supposed to come back in 2020, but the pandemic. So the first one back,
That little thing
that
that
little
changed our lives.
trauma.
Yeah.
So then it came back in 2021. So we've really only had 2 years of races while we've been alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, whilst we've been alive.
Yeah, true, true.
So then out of all the current drivers standing, Lewis has also the fastest lap time.
1:11.
So it'll be interesting then to see how everyone else goes with that. I mean, if there are those rumors that he does retire at the end of the season, if he doesn't renew that contract, even though apparently he's signed that contract, but we don't know because there's no bombshells.
I
that
wouldn't
have
be
been dropped.
surprised that he's retiring.
Then you would
Or
think
taking
that
a break. Maybe he'll
Well,
take
he's
like a
gone
year
long-
off.
he's
Can
done that
he do
before.
that?
Remember when he did that
Yeah.
before once? But he's gone so long without really having a victory, and this is one of the last remaining places that he has a lap record. I could see him trying to hold on to something.
Max is like, psych, it's mine.
Yeah, probably.
Yoink.
Max is like
Max is like the
Monopoly
Bye.
king. He's
Yeah.
like collectively, like keeps passing go, and Esteban Ocon's just in jail. Like, you get a penalty, you get a penalty.
No, the Haas's are in jail. Like,
Oh, I think every other team's in jail at this point.
yeah.
Well, Logan Sargent might be going. So what if we see Mick Schumacher out
love that.
with Williams?
Well, we've spoken
That's-
about it, and I think we all collectively want it.
I do. Yeah, I feel bad for Logan Sargent, but that's just me.
I don't know. I feel worse for. I mean, I feel bad. I know what you mean. I feel bad, but I feel worse for Nick De Vries because I feel like Logan Sargent is still very protected and seems quite happy, and Nick De Vries just.
Well,
But
Nick De Vries is
apparently
now
he's-
studying in Harvard.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
going to say apparently he's coming back as a Red Bull reserve driver.
No,
Oh.
no. He's
There was
He's taking a
there
break.
was literally an article 2 minutes ago
Oh,
when I was like
2 minutes ago.
that's like a lie.
Okay, I haven't looked up this 2 minutes ago because he's studying at Harvard now. He said he was going to take a year off.
But then, like, I don't know, it could be clickbait again.
Could be.
Because I
They're
read an
banned.
article that Christian Horner was quoted in saying that
Yeah.
Nick De Vries wasn't suited to Red Bull, and he said that's why it didn't feel like he was going to be a Red Bull candidate.
I guess it says reportedly.
Yeah.
It's like Nick De Vries is reportedly set for a sensational return to Formula One as a reserve driver for both Red Bull and sister
Yeah,
team
nah.
AlphaTauri
He's out.
at the upcoming Mexican Grand Prix.
Oh, Mexican. That's a while away.
Mexico.
That's a while
Gosh,
away.
it's such a shame as well because he's Dutch and he didn't get to have
I
a home
know.
race.
No, yeah, he's off
That
to
is
Harvard though.
heartbreaking.
He did come out saying that he wants to focus on himself and go back to school for a little bit.
Oh,
So
good on him.
Good on him.
I think that's fairly interesting. Do you guys have any predictions for this weekend?
Intelligent king. Anyway.
An intelligent king as a prediction this weekend.
Woo.
But predictions. Yeah, I don't want to talk about some predictions
Why don't you want to talk about Ferrari?
because I swear
I mean-
I jinx things. So I hope McLaren wins.
Oh, welcome to the party.
Welcome to the team, the squad.
Yeah.
I mean, Carlos had a shocker, so maybe
no. Hopefully
maybe
things are
he
better
can,
for him.
It'll be better this year for him.
Well, because I'm wearing
don't
my
know.
Enchante.
Danny in the
If
points.
no one has noticed and hasn't heard.
I
I want Danny in the points.
Oh yeah, Danny in the points for sure. I definitely want a podium for Lewis. That would be really nice.
Yeah.
An Oscar just came out and was like, "Hello, I'm here."
Yeah,
Se-
I mean-
second and third fight between Lewis, Oscar, and George.
Yeah, I think
That's
Lewis,
mine.
George.
Aston
Weekend.
have
Do
upgrades.
Aston have them as well? Hopefully, they can find the pace again.
Someone was saying that the Aston car with these upgrades is going to be on par with the Red Bull, and I was like, really?
Oh, who said
Oh,
that?
that is a big call. That's
bold.
wishful
That's
thinking.
a very big call.
Very bold.
I mean, they know Max Verstappen drivers, but also big call for a car.
I've been also
Yeah.
just side note, seeing so many articles of people saying like, is the Red Bull actually that fast or is it just Max? I've been seeing more and more of them.
It's got to be a
And I'm like-
combination, right? Because
then you see
Checo's
how-
car is still fast, but Checo just can't drive it. But he still can at
Exactly.
some
Do you mean
point.
he's
Like it's fast, but it's not that fast.
But then
But
Lewis,
when Max drives it, it's
Lewis reckons that if he jumps in Checo's car,
he'd
he'll
be
actually
fighting
give-
with Max.
yeah, he'll give Max a run for his money.
He's a pro.
He's a what?
Like a witch. He's a pro.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I was
You're a
thinking,
wizard,
I was
Max.
thinking
What?
Harry Potter. I was like, oh my god,
I'm
he's
a what?
so.
A what?
Well, I think they're pretty good predictions.
Genetics. What are your predictions?
Mine is obviously I do think Max is going to be number one, so I'm going to go for 2, 3, 4, and that's where I think it's going to be a fight between George, Lewis, and Oscar.
I'm going to go Fernando third.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
And fourth.
First, yep.
Yep, we
Maxi
don't.
boy.
Yep. Fourth is third.
Second, yeah.
Yeah, fourth is third.
Second. Yeah, Lewis, Alonso, George, Oscar Lando.
Oh, she went right down the grid.
Jesus, I'm going to have to write that down
Who-
so I can remember.
Who's at the very bottom of the grid?
I'm going to go K-Mag and then we will go with...
Hulkenberg
I was
and
about to say-
Yuki and
I was about to say Joe Guan Yu
I was
for
going to say Joe Guan Yu.
DNF.
Oh God.
Does that mean?
Oh, the poor guys. Oh,
Double DNF for Haas. No,
Yep.
I hope not.
Maybe.
I hope
Not
Yuki gets
again.
points as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yuki's
he
been
might get up
driving
there.
well.
there's so much that can happen.
I'm enjoying watching Yuki drive.
I feel
It's
like
fun.
I'm gonna watch like every second.
I'm going to be glued to my TV.
Literally.
Oh yeah,
What? It's an 11 p.m. race here in Australia.
it's at 11 p.m. ASCT, so it's not too bad.
Sunday night.
We have second round of my dad's 70th, so
Oh dear.
R.I.P.
maybe I'll be
RIP.
watching it after that, or it will be. getting
If
up
you'll
early
be
in the
watching
morning.
it at all.
I'll be watching it. I'll be watching every other
I
moment.
couldn't do that because I need sleep.
Yeah,
You're a psycho who doesn't need sleep.
Oh, how exciting to having race weekend back. I think, we wanted to do a little recap of the season today, but we've run out of time. But I think we can definitely add that in next week. But halfway through the season, girls.
10 races in 15 weeks.
Yeah, insane. So obviously we've got Zandvoort, Dutch Grand Prix this weekend, followed by Italia.
Is this a triple header or a double header?
This is a double header.
This is a double.
Yeah. Yep.
Straight into a double header.
Then 15th to the 17th, we have Singapore, followed by Japan, 22nd to 24th. Then we have Qatar, 6th to the 8th, aka I'll be back in the country then, so we will be together.
Yay.
Woo. And also, God, it's a real shame the 2 races that are on at a good time for us Australians is when I'm away.
I was thinking that. I
Ugh.
think is it
Like,
Singapore? Or no,
goddamn.
Japan's 3 p.m. for us,
Yeah.
and Singapore
That's so good.
is like I think it's 9 p.m.
Yeah.
or something like that.
I don't know what I'm going to want to do. Like, do I want to go to the pub and watch it? Do I want
We
to
gotta
sit
find
at
a pub.
home and watch
Yeah,
it?
you
don't know.
guys should.
We're gonna have to do.
We're
something.
going to go to a pub.
We're gonna find something.
You should.
Can you imagine us like sitting there watching it and then writing notes at the same time?
Yeah.
People are like, what the
What are they
frick
doing?
are
You need to
with
go
these
somewhere where
girls?
you're comfortable.
10 margaritas deep.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Scribble on the page.
Writing onto his
Absolute
foreheads.
jargon.
Like, Max.
But yeah, so we'll have October 6th to the 8th, we have Qatar. And then there's a bit of a break. We don't have anything for a few weeks. And then we have the Austin Grand Prix, 20th to the 22nd of October, followed by Mexico, 27th to the 29th. Then Brazil, 3rd to the 5th of November. Then the long-awaited
Viva!
Las Vegas. The Las Vegas track upside down looks like a bear.
I was looking at
That's it, looks
that
like a pig.
before. I was like, wow, what a weird
Looking at it, looks
track.
like a pig upside down, like a pig
Yeah.
on its back,
Yeah, it does.
fallen pig.
Or
A
a
fallen
pig on the
pig.
roast or something.
A pig on
Sorry,
a spit.
on the spit. Yeah, sorry. And then finally, we'll
Took
be
a sick
finishing off
turn.
the season with round 23, Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Is there a chance that we'll be there? Maybe.
Watch
Mhm.
space.
But yes, so we can't wait to have this race weekend.
We
We're
can't wait
very
to
excited.
recap it next week.
Oh my god!
And actually have soming exciting to talk
And
about.
it'll be
yes.
virtual for you. But we're very excited,
Yes.
Special
and
for me.
we'll be, cheering you on, Spirit, as you walk down the aisle. Pat was like, "Thank God there's no race weekend on my wedding."
Oh.
And I was like, "You
Oh
planned
my
that
God,
so well."
yes.
Thank God.
So
I know.
Pat's
That
getting
would've
married
been
between
just a-
Italy and Singapore. So
Yeah, literally.
she's planned that so well.
Yeah.
Very well. Indeed.
Otherwise,
maybe-
we would have made her wake up and like, "Come on,
Come
we're
on.
Okay,
recording."
maybe
Off you go.
subconsciously you knew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me at my
Like,
recovery.
hmm.
Hey guys, woo!
Just live
I
stream
didn't write
from
any
your
notes
recovery.
down.
yeah. Taking
Like,
lots of
I
notes.
haven't watched the race.
Psych, I haven't. But yes, we can't wait. We want as well. We want people's updates, information, what they're thinking, what they're feeling.
We're getting a lot of like little rumors through on Instagram as well. So
Yeah, there's been a bit of chitter chatter across the Instagram DMs.
people have been messaging us little things,
Yes.
which has been interesting to get that little insight. So yeah, keep that up.
Cheeky little buggers.
Yep. And also, if you have liked the podcast, we would really appreciate if you left us a review and
5
gave us
stars.
a 5-star rating.
5 stars, like and subscribe.
Beautiful.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll be back in your ears next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.